And 3, 2, 1, we are live. Welcome everyone. I'm Gilad, Enterprise Customer Success Lead here at Powtoon, and I'm delighted to be your host for today's exciting session. Before we dive in, let's warm things up a bit. Go ahead and drop you into the chat where you're joining us from, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. We'd love to hear from you. So, we want this webinar to be as interactive as possible, so don't be shy, pop any questions into the chat or the Q&A section as we go along, and we'll do our best to answer them throughout the session or during the dedicated Q&A session at the end. Okay. Oh, and for those asking, yes, today's session will be recorded, so you can catch up or share it with your team afterward. Now, let's get to the good stuff. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic, creating the 3 M's using Powtoon and Articulate 360. Meaningful, memorable, and motivational e-learning content. Now, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by our partners and Articulate experts, eLearning Minds. Joining me today, Andy Wang, e-learning developer and whiz. And for those of you who don't know, eLearning Minds is a premier provider of digital learning solutions that delivers robust and effective digital learning solutions to organizations in the public and commercial sectors. Now, the session will firstly begin with introducing Powtoon and how its AI-powered features simplify video creation. Then, Andy will walk you through Articulate 360 and its interactive capabilities. Finally, we'll combine both of the tools in a live demo to showcase real-world e-learning scenarios in action. Now, let's get started with Powtoon. I'm just going to share my screen. Give me a second. Here we go. And we can dive into it. So hopefully you can see my screen. So let's start with what is Powtoon, right? I'm sure some of you are aware of it by now, but Powtoon is an all-in-one video creation platform built for L&D professionals. Now, whether you need explainer videos, animated storytelling, or engaging micro-learning content, Powtoon helps transform complex ideas into visual experience that capture attention. And now with Powtoon's AI capabilities, creating videos is faster and easier than ever. Here's how. So we're going to go to Create with AI. Here we have our capabilities that are available at the moment. Now, the first is our AI scriptwriter. The AI scriptwriter is there to kind of eliminate the blank canvas problem. Just type in your learning objective and Powtoon will generate a structured video script in seconds. This helps solve, obviously, the blank canvas problem. As a lot of the times you might just sit in front of a screen and not exactly sure how to begin your video. So getting a structured video script is a fantastic way to shorten that time to creation. Now, our AI video assistant, this is basically going to enable us to instantly turn our ideas into a full-fledged video draft that is fully customizable. Then we'll talk about our text-to-speech. Our AI text-to-speech converts text into natural sounding voiceovers in multiple languages and tones. This saves so much time on narration and localization. Last but not least, our AI avatars. Our AI avatars are there if you need a personal touch to your videos or a professional presenter. You can leverage our customizable avatars. These avatars can narrate content in multiple languages and accents. This is really, really perfect for global training. And as I said, we've got an additional capability that is coming very soon, that is very significant, and it's called AI doc to video or document to video. It will transform any static document into a crisp video delivered instantly. It's fully adaptable and unmistakably yours. If you'd like to learn more about doc to video, respond to the poll on the screen. Now, not all training content is the same, right? And neither should your videos be. Powtoon offers different animation styles to match your learning needs. Let's take a look at those styles. The best way to see those styles is in the template section. Here you can see a variety of different templates that are fully customizable. These are professionally curated templates by our in-house designers. So really to match any one of your needs. In order to filter based on the style, you can filter based on the style, which gives you a nice view of our different core styles. So we have 4 core styles, one being animation, which is motion graphics and typography, ideal for corporate messaging and key takeaways. Then we have our video or live action, blend real world footage, add AI generated avatars for an immersive experience. Then we have the whiteboard explainer or whiteboard animation, great for step-by-step processes or compliance training. Last but not least, our cartoon style characters. This really helps humanize training and make complex topics relatable. These styles help you create content that learners not only watch, but actually engage with. Now, how can I apply these videos in your, or how do you apply these videos in your L&D programs? Let's look at 3 common use cases. First of all, microlearning. Short, focused videos under 3 minutes, perfect for on-the-go learning, so bite-sized learning. Scenario-based learning is the second one. Use role-playing videos to let employees practice real-world interactions. And then the third one, storytelling for engagement. Build narratives that connect emotionally with learners, boosting retention. For example, let's take, you can see all sorts of different templates in here, right? But let's take, for example, a training video can follow a fictional employee's career journey and reinforcing best practices at each stage, right? And these are the kinds of experiences that make learning stick. Now, I will now hand over to Andy to give you a rundown of Articulate 360. The floor's all yours, Andy.
Hello everyone, I'm Andy. I'm very happy to be here today to walk you through on how Articulate 360 can take your e-learning courses to or e-learning content to a next level. Just now you have seen how Powtoon make it very easy to create an engaging video content. Okay. Now let us see or let's take a look how can we integrate those videos to an interactive learning experience using Articulate 360. So before we dive in, let me share my screen first. Okay, I believe you can see my screen now. Yep, okay. By the end of this session, you will understand also how to use Storyline 360, Articulate 360, Articulate 360 tools to make your learning content more meaningful, memorable, and motivational. Okay, let us start. So the first one is, what is Articulate 360? So Articulate 360 actually is an all-in-one suite design for e-learning professional. Okay, it provides everything you need to create a dynamic and interactive experience. Okay, this suite include multiple tools. Okay, for example, the first one is the Storyline 360. Storyline 360 is a very powerful authoring tool that allow you to create a highly customized interactive learning experience with drag and drop features, quizzes, and maybe a scenario-based learning. Maybe I can show you how the Storyline 360 look like. Give me a while. Yep, so this is how the Storyline 360 look like. Okay, if you see, it's like actually quite similar compare with Microsoft PowerPoint. The upper here is all the ribbon, all the tools like insert your media, everything. Okay, and then in the middle part here actually is the canvas for you to insert your media like images, videos, or maybe text and audio. Okay, at the left side here is a slide. Okay, you can see a multiple slide in the scene, okay, where you can jump to different slides to see how the slide look like. Bottom part here is the timelines where it's allow you to see and adjust the duration of an object, or maybe you want to adjust the sequence of the object also. And the bottom right part here is the slide layers, where it's allow you to insert a layers, where these layers is allow you to insert more content if your slide or your canvas is full already. And then move a bit upper, which is the right panel here. This is the trigger panel where the command insert. Okay, for example, like jump to next slide, okay, or maybe play and pause the media, or maybe change the state of object, or move the object along with motion, something like that. So this is how the Storyline 360 look like. Okay, I just briefly gone through it. Now let us go back to the slide. So the next tools is the Rise 360. Okay, so Rise 360 actually is a web-based authoring tools that allow you to build a fully responsive courses. And these courses work beautifully on any devices. Let me show you how the Rise look like. So since Rise is the web-based authoring tool, so as long as you have the browser, then you can access the Rise 360. Okay, for example, like Microsoft Edge, or maybe Google Chrome, Safari, or like Firefox. Okay, so when you log in to your Articulate account and then select Rise 360, you will see this user interface. Okay, and the middle part here is the content, the recent content you are working with, and then you can create a new course by clicking create new. So you can create courses or micro-learning. Okay, and then for courses, there are 3 ways for you to create. Okay, you start with AI. You can build a course with AI, or you want to do it from scratch. Okay, blank courses, or maybe if you lack with idea, you try to find the idea, you can go with course template. Okay, so if you dive into the courses, you will see this user interface. This is the lesson. So this is the part where you can edit or modify your content. Okay, it allows you to insert the blocks. Okay, like a text blocks or an image blocks, or maybe what do we say? Interactive block. Sorry, interactive block. And then after that, if you would like to do the modification or you want to change the content, you are allowed to do the modification by clicking the pencil. Okay, by clicking it, you can change and modify the content here, right? So this is how the Rise 360 look like. Now back to the slide. Next one is the AI assistant. Okay, so Articulate AI assistant is the newer features they just introduced last year, I believe. Okay, so it's a new features that can speed up your course development. Okay, because they allow you to perform a content generation. Okay, or maybe image generations. Okay, or like quizzes and structured content. Of course, these 3 is not only tools in the Articulate 360. Okay, there are also others too. For example, like Replay 360, which is video editing tools, which allow you to maybe perform a simple editing. Okay, if you want to do a lower third video, where Replay 360 is a good tool for you. Or maybe the next tools, like for example, Review 360. Okay, it's a project management tool. Okay, it's allow you to upload your courses before you roll out. Okay, upload your courses into Review 360, and then you can share the link to your subject matter expert or maybe your bosses, okay, to let them comment your work. And then in the Review 360, it will gather all the comment and all the screenshot from the subject matter expert, and then you can see it. And also, not less, Review 360 also will help you keep track on your version, okay? Because we know that sometimes we creating course is not only one version we create. Sometimes we'll create multiple versions. We have version 1, version 2, version 3. So in Review 360, you keep track how many versions you are uploaded, okay? So it will always allow you to refer back, maybe the first version, how it was deployed, right? So with these multiple tools and multiple type of tools, okay, it can make your course creation more simple, okay, more flexible, and maybe more engaging, okay. Now move to the next part, okay. Why interactive learnings are better, okay. So as we know that actually the attention span keep shrinking, okay. So just simply providing information is not enough. Learners needs for them to experience the content to retain it, okay. So interactive learning is proven to enhance the engagement, to increase the retention, okay, also and improve the learner's outcome, okay, compared to the passive learning where the learners need to go through or read a long text heavy document, PDF, or maybe watch a long step-by-step video, okay. So by using interactive learning, okay, learners should be clicking, okay, making a decision, okay, and that's why you actively engage with the material or with the content itself. And this is where the Articulate 360 shine, okay, because we can see how integrate the interactive element with using Articulate 360 tools, okay. Now let us break down some of the most impactful way Articulate 360 add the interactivity, okay. The first one where is the branching scenario, okay. The branching scenario is create a decision-based training. Oh, sorry. Okay. A branching scenario is create a decision-based learning, okay, where it allows the learners to make the decision, okay, to choose the action, and then see the real-time consequences after they're choosing their action. So this kind of interactive actually is perfect for soft skill training or soft skill content, like for example, leadership, or maybe like customer service, okay. Next type of interactive is knowledge check and gamification, okay, like adding drag and drop activities, exercise, okay, quizzes, interactive timeline to reinforce the learning and improve the retention, okay. With these features, you are not just delivering the content, actually you are, how to say, creating an engagement learning journey for your learners, right? Now, to maximize the engagement and effectiveness, actually there are certain what do we call best practice, okay, that we can follow, okay, before we designing with the Articulate 360, okay. The first one is keep it learner centric. Design with the learners in mind, okay. Ensure the content is relevant and applicable to the learners' real world challenges. When you try to design a course, maybe you can consider what are the real challenges that the learners will facing in daily life or real world daily life. Second one is balance text and balance media and text. Avoid overwhelming learner with the too much of text, okay. Try to use a short structure content alongside maybe engage visual and interactive element also, okay. That's why it will, I would say, catch the learner's attention and eyes. The third one is the use AI wisely, okay. Articulate AI assistant or maybe other AI tools, okay, actually is a great starting point for generating content very quickly. But again, always remember that you need to refine it to ensure the accuracy and the engagement. Okay, you can working with the SME to do the fact checking or maybe to do the verification on your content or on your point to make sure the content is accurate and verified. Okay, is a true content. The last one is test, is testing. Okay, so always gather the feedback. Okay, if after you roll out your courses, maybe you can launch, you can distribute certain survey to your learners. Okay, gather their feedback. Or if you upload into LMS, maybe you can get the LMS reporting. Okay, review it analytically. Okay, tweak your courses with based on the learners' comment to ensure your course effectiveness. Right. So by following this principle, your courses won't just be informative only. Okay, your courses will be engaging and impactful. All right. So I think that's all from me for this part. I will pass over the floor to the Gillette. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Andy. That was great. Now, what I want to do is bring this all together and assume that's why you're here, right? So we know that great e-learning relies on meaningful, memorable, and motivational content. With Powtoon, you can create engaging videos that simplify complex topics, humanize training, and reinforce key messages. Then, by combining it with Articulate, you can add interactivity and branching scenarios to truly immerse your learners. Here's how it works in practice. Making learning meaningful. With Powtoon, you can simulate real-life conversations using animated characters or AI avatars. Then, using Articulate Storyline, you can add branching so learners make decisions and see the consequences, turning passive learning into an interactive experience. Making learning memorable. Powtoon is perfect for turning dense content into digestible videos. Instead of learners reading long PDFs or slides, they get an engaging visual experience. You can then use Articulate Rise to introduce knowledge checks and reinforce retention. Making learning motivational. Powtoon helps visualize real-world scenarios that learners can relate to. Whether it's customer service training, onboarding, or technical skills, video makes the content more engaging. Then with Articulate Storyline, you can layer on interactivity, allowing learners to make choices and explore different paths. By combining Powtoon's engaging videos with Articulate's interactivity and branching, you can create an e-learning experience that's dynamic, engaging, and effective. Now, let's dive into the demo and see how this all works in action. So you should be able to see my screen here, and what we're going to do is create a video together, right? So let's start with creating with AI. Probably the quickest, the most efficient way to create a video is leveraging our AI video assistant. So let's generate a video together, and we call him Ridley. Ridley is named after Ridley Scott, for those the film fans out there. And what we're going to do is start by giving some guidance, right? So let's create a brief. We're going to start with train or give instructions, and our topic will be leadership skills training, or maybe essentials training. Who is our audience? Let's go for managers, and we're going to do a short bite-sized video, a minute long, and we're going to get Ridley to generate some ideas. Now, Ridley's going to give us 4 different ideas and directions for the video. If I don't like, or I haven't found what I'm looking for, I can always regenerate some ideas. But let's go for lead like a lighthouse, guiding managers on essentials leadership skills with a beacon of inspiration. Okay, so let's go for that. Add final details. Here I'm gonna add communication as an example. You can add additional prompts, additional points that you want to add. What else? Problem solving, maybe conflict resolution. Yeah, I think that would be enough for now. And do I want to promote a brand or person? Not really in this case. Call to action. I think we'll be okay without it. Background music, probably not playful. Let's go for uplifting and generate video. Now it's going to take a minute or two for really to actually generate this customizable video for me based on realistic images and media assets from our stock media library and compile it all together. And he's going to generate a script for us. As you can see, he's currently working on a script. Well, you saw previously. And then I'm able to use that script and attach it to an avatar or an animated character that you will see within our studio. You can also have it just in the background as a voiceover if you'd like the narrator to be in the background and not attached to an avatar or a character. As mentioned, this video will be fully customizable, which means you can change any element, right? The script, the images or the stock media that has been generated, stock videos, the soundtrack in the background. There's anything you would like to customize, you are able to do so. So you would like to add props potentially, and this is what we're going to do within the studio. So we just give it another minute, just getting the video prepped, as you can see, and Lead Like a Lighthouse has been generated. As simple as that. Let's check it out. Here we go. And let's preview this video. Brilliant. So let's customize this within the studio. And we're going to add some customization here. And you will see as soon as I open up the studio, a very intuitive user interface, kind of looks like PowerPoint. And that's what we're looking for, which we want to make it as simple as possible to actually create a video. So we'll go to the script. As you can see, we've got a script that has been generated. And 10 slides worth of content, all sorts of different slides that you can see here, adaptability, empowering teams. Yeah, there's a lot to cover here. Conflict resolution, maybe this one is something that we might want to change and adapt this slide, because I can see the visual might not be relevant for a business context, but might be relevant for you. So let's start customizing this. And what we're going to do, first and foremost, you want to make sure that everything is branded according to your organization's brand guidelines, right? That visual consistency is key. So let's start with that. Let's update the colors. As you can see, where it says Powtoon colors, within Powtoon, you can have your own organization colors. And all your color palette will be in there. But let's go for our colors. And instead of going slide by slide, which I don't really want to do, maybe I'll change it to this yellow to be blending in a nicer way. But you don't want to be going through slide by slide and updating every one of these kind of text boxes to the yellow color. So what we can do is click on apply to matching colors. And as simple as that, it's updated throughout the video, right? And that is what we're looking to do. We want to make it quick, easy, efficient to create these videos. Maybe you want to change the colors of the fonts here. It's really up to you. I think I'm just going to keep it black. Brilliant. Now, when it comes to the voiceover, you might want to add a voiceover, as I said, just in the background. All you need to do is click on the microphone here, choose from our extensive voices library. There's so many accents and languages to choose from. I'm sure you'll be able to find what you're looking for. Now, when it comes to choosing the style of voice, you might want to adapt it based on the tone and go for something more informative, and then more training for the purpose of it. And then you'll find all the US voices, because I filtered it based on US voices here, and you can preview them.
Hi, I'm experiencing issues with my internet. I'd like to schedule a technician, please. Thank you for your assistance.
So yeah, very realistic voices. I think I'm going to choose Alexis, click on apply, generate the voiceover, and here we go. It takes a few seconds.
Welcome to the journey of becoming an inspiring leader. Let's explore essential skills every manager needs.
Simple as that. Save the video. Got it. Here we go. So I've got my sound, the voiceover on the timeline here, right? And you'll be able to also click on the cog to automatically reduce the soundtrack volume that is in the background. So we're able to hear the voiceover, right? So let's check it out, the first slide.
Welcome to the journey of becoming an inspiring leader. Let's explore essential skills every manager needs.
Brilliant. So that is already, I've got a first scene with really such a short amount of time. So maybe here I would like to add actually a prop or an item. So let's go for one of our props. So we've got a library of extensive library of different props, different text elements. There's a lot of elements that you can add here, but let's just add for a prop and maybe go for listen. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to use this ear just in the background. Again, the idea is to emphasize the communication aspect of it. Brilliant. So let's add the voiceover here as well. And you can customize this script as well. You can add, you can remove. There's anything you
Effective communication builds trust and clarity. It is the foundation of successful leadership.
Brilliant. Save voiceover. Got it. Here we go. Let's reduce the soundtrack volume and let's see the video from the beginning.
Welcome to the journey of becoming an inspiring leader. Let's explore essential skills every manager needs. Effective communication builds trust and clarity. It is the foundation of successful leadership.
Right. So when it comes to problem solving, you might want to have maybe use an avatar, right? Or something really to kind of personalize your video, to have that professional presenter. So you go to our avatars. Here we have all the avatars in the library here. Those were my specific avatars that I like using. But you'll find there's pretty diverse and inclusive bunch here that you can choose from. Again, some are in more kind of casual attire, some are more in business attire. It's really up to you what you would like to go for. But yeah, I mean, you can add your avatar. Maybe let's go for Nina here. And then there are all sorts of elements you can add to increase engagement, right? You want a different frame. Maybe you want to have a different background color to kind of match your brand as well. It's really up to you how you would like to leverage this. You can swap the frame and add a different sort of media frame, different shapes and styles. You can have your avatar in a monitor if you would like as a frame. There's a lot of elements to explore, and then you sync the voiceover in the same way you would do with that we saw with our text to speech. So really, really powerful capability, and obviously you can generate the lip sync once the voiceover is applied. So maybe let's do this. Here we go. Let's copy the script from here. Here we go. Copy the script. And we're going to attach the voiceover here and generate. Here we go.
Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise.
Okay, so we've got a different voice here. Maybe we'll go back to Alexis. Here we go. Just give it a few seconds.
Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Mastering problem solving unlocks.
Okay, let's apply the voiceover. We're going to extend the audio just so we get this, and then we will be able to generate lip sync. Brilliant. So here is our avatar. It takes a few minutes just to sync. In the meantime, we might want to change the background here. Again, it's really up to you how you customize. Maybe we'll just change and update a color, right? So we'll go based on our brand colors. Simple as that. And then I can use a character, right, to act out a conflict or something that kind of tells the story or creates a scenario, right? When there is a conflict and you need to resolve that situation. So I'm going to go to our characters. You can see we've got editable character families. You can create your own characters. Just being mindful of time, let's use a couple of our characters here. Brilliant. So you can see that our two characters have been added onto the timeline. I might want to have them come in a different entry effect, just to make it more engaging. Here we go. So at the moment, they're kind of waving, right? So let's change the pose. Here we've got an extensive library of different poses for you to choose from to really tell that story. And I think that is the main thing. And we're trying to make it as simple as possible. So let's have this one, this character actually explaining. And then we'll flip this character and have her let's go to interactions. You can see you've got the same characters on wheelchairs or on crutches, again, to really represent your workforce. Maybe let's go for, or your audience, any type of audience. But maybe let's go for disagreeing. Perfect. So that makes sense in that way. If I want to edit the character, I'm also able to do that, and this will open up our character builder. So because I've taken a customizable character, it's gone straight into the outfit itself. But if I go back to the basics, here is where we have our 4 character types: female, non-gender specific, a male character, or non-binary characters in this sense, male characters, and child characters. Now, if I want to customize my character, you can see her face changing here. I can change the skin tone if I want to have less realistic characters and have like what we call on-brand skin. If you want to go and have your character with shiny yellow skin or purple skin, it's really up to you, or pink. But I prefer the more realistic. Different hairstyles. I mean, she has really cool hair at the moment, but let's maybe update it here. You've got different style eyes. You can go for more anime style. Again, it really depends on your audience, what sort of style you would like to go for. You can change the eye colors. You can change the nose, the mouth. Then within the outfit, you can choose which sort of outfit you would like to have for your character. Again, you want it to be to resemble your audience, so it's really engaging in that way. Additionally, you can add a logo, right? So you can add a logo to the top, as you can see here. Maybe let's go for our logo here. Here we go. Let's go for this. Brilliant. So I have my logo. Maybe I want to update my top here. And you can add, you just need a logo with a transparent background. But it's as simple as that, and you've created a branded character. You can choose different bottoms, different footwear, different headwear. And this is constantly being updated by our in-house designers. In terms of the headwear, there's all sorts of inclusive headwear as well. Different accessories, headphones, masks, earrings, a lot to explore. And once you're done, click on finish and you have your branded character. I'm just going to call her Y for now. And she'll be saved in my character section. I can then share it with the rest of my team and the rest of the people that I'm working with and collaborating with. And we have our character. Now, maybe we want to play this. Now, maybe let's add the voiceover in the background. We've got Alexis as the narrator. We can also attach the...
Resolving conflicts effectively leads to a healthier, more...
Right, so we can also add the voiceover to the actual characters and attach them to the characters. But in this instance, I think it's fine to have the characters actually telling.
Resolving conflicts effectively leads to a healthier, more productive team environment.
Right? So it's basically just telling the story that we've got our characters here, and you can decide what sort of size you would like your character. It's really up to you if you want to have the whole body or not. Maybe we'll just increase the size here. And there we go. So we have our characters, we have our video, and just be mindful of time. I think it's maybe we'll just add some captions here. There's obviously a lot more to explore within the video, but let's just create captions. So we'll generate the captions, generate, and it takes just a few minutes to generate those captions that you can decide whether you would like it on your MP4, burnt on the MP4, or you would like it as an SRT file, and then you can import it in to wherever you like. Whichever LMS you're using, or in Articulate, you can also use an SRT file as well. And then basically the viewer will be able to choose whether you have closed captions or not. So we're just going to give it take a minute. In the meantime, let's see our avatar, right? We have an avatar on our third slide, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Brilliant. Let's preview this.
Every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Mastering problem solving unlocks potential and growth.
Right, so we've got our avatar in that monitor. If I want to change, I can also swap the frame. Maybe we can do that just so it makes a bit more sense. We don't really need to have our avatar in a monitor. Maybe let's go for this kind of shoulder height frame, and we'll go for gonna position. I think the position of the avatar was fine, so let's go with this. And we should have our captions in just a minute. Simple as that. And then once you're done, you can export it in various different styles. Now, what I'm going to do is export it. Here we have our captions, and you'll see you can customize the captions. You can edit them in any way you would like, but then you can export it in different formats, right? You can export as a GIF, right, to create a sort of a teaser. But in this sense, I'm going to export as download as an MP4 in 1080p quality and generate download. Right, there we go. And it will give me, take me to the player page, and I can use, I'll receive that MP4 file in my inbox soon enough. Okay, now that I've created my video in Powtoon, I'll pass over to Andy to create some Articulate magic.
All right, thanks for the fantastic setup. Now let us take this engaging Powtoon video, turn it into a fully interactive learning experience by using Articulate 360. So now, before we jump into a branching scenario, we might be also consider a very simple, very clean of experience. Like I can embed this Powtoon video into a Rise 360, and then maybe add some interactive elements, for example, like quizzes, knowledge check, or maybe some flashcard under it, or process step. Okay, now let us try to do it. So let me share my screen. Share the screen with audio. Okay. Right. Now open it. So this is, for example, this is the part that where I want to insert the video. I think this video is suitable for an introduction video. So maybe I can consider to put in this video in the introduction lesson. So in this part, maybe I want to add in a video block. Okay, so to add in the block in Rise, just clicking over it to the middle here, a black circle, just click it, the plus button, it will pop up a, what do we call, panel from the left side. Okay, you can see multiple block. So since now I want to insert the video, so I just need to go to multimedia, and then click video. Okay, so click it. Now Articulate have prepared for you a dummy video for you, but now we are trying to upload our own video. So just now I have downloaded the video that created by Glade. So now I just need to upload it. So I just click the pencil, click the pencil, and then click the edit. And then here I can click replace video, replace with the video that created by Powtoon, right? Or let's say if you have the SRT, or maybe we can call it as a closed caption file, for example, like SRT file, or maybe VTT file, then you can upload your closed caption here, right? If not, just upload the video. So click the replace video, okay, select the video that you want, and then open, and it will upload it. Okay, it might take some time. Okay, meanwhile, maybe we can try to do other interactions. For example, now I want to make sure the learners focus on this video first before they jump to the text. Okay, so I don't want the, what do we call, the text pop up, okay, with the video. So maybe I can consider to add in the divider, continue divider, to make sure that this content down here won't pop up, or maybe won't show up. Okay, after the learners click the continue, then the content will show up. Okay, or maybe after continue, I can add in some interactive element like the knowledge check. Okay, in this case, I can use AI to help me to create a knowledge check. Okay, so in this part, you can try to create a certain knowledge check that with link with the video just now you uploaded. So just now video is about a leadership. Okay, I think the video is uploading. Upload complete. Let me check.
Welcome to the journey of becoming an inspiring leader. Let's explore essential skills every manager needs. Effective communication.
Communication is a keystone of leadership. Okay, maybe I can create a knowledge check, and then clicking AI. Okay. And then I want a question about communication. It's the keystone. Right, so I want a course, or maybe I want a knowledge check about communication is the keystone of leadership. So I just okay, what type of question you want? Okay, so maybe I can choose multiple choice. Okay, so in here it will provide me the question: why is effective communication considered a cornerstone of leadership? Okay, it helps leaders build trust and align team over shared goals. And then there are certain choice, which is the correct, incorrect answer is already mentioned to you. And the best part is also come with feedback. Okay, and then if you look carefully, different choice come with different feedback. Okay, none of the feedback is how do we say replicate, right? So different choice have the different feedback. Now, if everything is certified, you still can edit it. But if you feel it's okay, now I'm okay, I think this one is so far is so good, then I just click it, insert knowledge check. And it will help me to insert, oops, this one I need to put it down. Okay, so I can insert a knowledge check down here. Okay, maybe I also can insert a flashcard. Okay, also if I want, or maybe I can use AI assistant, generate blogs, okay, about communication is, sorry, and is the keystone chip. Okay, then it will ask me what kind of block that I want to add. So maybe I can put in accordion. Okay, so it will help me to define what other item that I like. So maybe if this outline you are accept, then just click this outline. Okay, and then it will generate the content for you. Okay, and then if you're certified with it, just click insert block. Okay. Oh, oops. Go down. Go down. All right. Okay, so now we can preview it. So at first, the learners will watch the video, the introduction video first.
Welcome to the...
So assume that I've already gone through the video. So now I just need to click the continue. Okay, so I will look look with the, what do we call, the knowledge check. Okay, so here is the knowledge check where the interactions come in. Okay, the learners can perform a simple interaction like answer the question after they are watching the video. Okay, for example, this is the correct answer, is it? Oops, no. Okay, the correct answer is the first one. Okay, so click it, consider answer. Now, so this is one of the interactive element, and maybe down here you can do a summary, okay, for the video, which you can put it as an interactive element like accordion or maybe tabs or maybe flashcard to summarize the video also. Okay, so to let the learners like recap back, okay, what they have watched with the video. Okay, so and this is how you can enhance the video, the Powtoon video in Rise 360, okay, by adding simple interactive. All right, now let us jump into the branching scenario. So I have created some video, some simple scenario video through Powtoon. Okay, in here you can see the 4 different video, okay, which link to 1 introduction and then 3 different consequences. Okay, so now after I delete the video, okay, I might consider to insert my video into the storyline. So to insert the storyline is very easy. Okay, so just go to, in here, this one is already done halfway. Okay, so I just need to insert the last video, the last piece of the puzzle. Okay, so go into 1.4, consequences C. So I just need to insert video C, consequences C. So to insert video is very easy. Go to insert and then click video and then video for file. Okay, and then choose any video that you like and then click open. Or maybe you can drag the video and put it into either one. Okay. So now in video is done, video is inserted already. Now maybe we can consider to insert the, what do we call, closed caption. If you have export or download the closed caption from the Powtoon. Okay, so just click add captions. Okay, it will pop up what they call a window for you, and then here you can insert your caption by manually. Okay, if you want. They can hear the audio and then type it manually. But however, I already download the caption from the Powtoon, so I just need to import it. So just import it and then click it and then, okay, this one. Okay, you can see now, voila, okay, everything is done already. Okay, so the, what do you call? The caption is done.
Alex decided to report the transaction.
Now, don't forget save and close. Okay, now, because the video is too long, I just want to have the, how to say, the ending part only. It's around 50 seconds, okay, from 51 seconds to the end. So maybe I can do a simple editing, okay. So storyline also allow you to perform a simple editing like cut, trim, okay. So to do the edit, just simply select the video and then right click, okay, and then click edit video. Okay, so click it. Now you can see a new window for you. So in here, you can perform a simple editing like cropping, okay, or maybe trim, or maybe if you feel the volume is too high, you can minimize it, or maybe you can maximize this. Okay, it's all you can done in here. But now I just want to trim it. Okay, I want to remove the front part. Okay, so if you see after I click it trim, you'll notice a blue bar at the left and right. I mean at the beginning and at the end. So the blue part, this one, blue meter is the one that will be trimmed out. So which means for the end part, I need to drag until the end because I want to keep it. And then for the front part, I just drag until the 50 seconds. Okay, maybe I can increase the timeline, zoom in the timeline. Okay, so it's easy for me to do the editing, okay, to check the time. So it's around here. Okay, now it's around 51 seconds. Yeah, right. So if done, then I just click save. Right. Okay, now I already insert my, what do we call, video in there. So of course, maybe to make it more memorable and motivational, okay, maybe I can add in the feedback after the consequences. So now I will prepare the feedback for in here. Okay, so this is the feedback. Okay, correct. Okay, reporting the transition is right action, something like that. So by putting the feedback, a constructive feedback will let the learners to know or realize that why are they correct, okay, why are they wrong when they're choosing these consequences. So in here, I already put in the feedback. I just need to make sure when the video is end and the feedback is pop up, and the feedback is in the layers. So in here, I just need to put in the triggers. Okay, action is because it's layers, show layers. Okay, feedback when maybe after the media end. Media, do we see any media? Media complete. All right, media complete, video 1. All right, since this is video 1, so click OK. So now let me try it. Okay, I need to make sure the triggers is work.
Alex decided to transaction. The compliance officer reviews the case and appreciates your diligence, preventing potential money laundering activities.
Okay, cool. So the feedback is come out, okay, after the video end. Okay, so which means this triggers is work correctly. Okay, now close it. So after I done the feedback, everything's consequences A, consequences B, now I need to make it into a branching scenario or branching slide. Okay, but now you can see currently it's in linear, which means it's just from 1.1 jump to 1.2, jump to 1.3, jump to 1.4, which I don't want. Okay, I want it like when the learner select maybe a button A and then it jump to consequences A. If the learner select button B and jump to button B. So maybe here I can go to intro and then find the buttons where I will prepare in choice layer here. Okay, so in here, the planning is if the learners click any button here, and it will bring the learners to the particular slide. Okay, so to make it work, so I just need to add in the triggers. Okay, so not show layers because consequences A is in 1.2, which is another slide. So instead of show layers, maybe I can choose jump to slide. Okay, and then I need to mention jump to slide 1. Okay, jump to slide 1.2. Okay, and then when maybe it's user click, when user click button A. Now you can see now if I select or if I hover to button A or button B or button C, storyline will help you to highlight it with the red outline. Okay? It will mention to you this is the item that you currently selected. So now jump to consequences A if user click button A. Okay, it's correct. Now select button A and then press correct. Okay, and then do the rest of it. Just copy it, paste. Okay, jump to consequences B when user click button B. Jump to consequences C when user click button C. Okay, that's it. Okay, done. Okay, now if I going back to the story view, okay, you can see now instead of a linear, now it becomes like a branching already, like a root. Okay, so it becomes branching. Okay, so maybe to make sure it works well, I need to preview it first.
You are Alex.
In here, maybe I can enable the closed caption. Okay. And then
A newly hired customer service representative at XYZ Bank. One of your tasks is to process customer transactions and flag any suspicious activities. One day, a customer, Mr. John Carter, walks into the bank to deposit a large sum of cash, $49,500. He seems nervous and insists on breaking it into multiple transactions over several days. Your bank has an anti-money laundering AML policy that requires reporting cash deposits over $50,000. However, breaking transactions into smaller amounts, known as structuring or smurfing, is a red flag for money laundering. As Alex, you must decide how to handle this situation while following the company's AML policy.
Right, So after the video end, here is the question, or here is the challenges, okay, or the decision-making point for the learners to make the decision and what they need to do. Okay, so I got A, B, and C. Okay, so different choice lead to different consequences. So let's say if I choose A,
The system flags Alex's inaction, and later the compliance team discovers a pattern of suspicious deposits, leading to a regulatory investigation.
okay, so now also it coming with the feedback to tell me why I'm incorrect, something like that. So you'll notice here why I have put a retry button down here, because in here I will allowing the learners, I won't restrict the learners to try other consequences, okay? Because I want to let the learners to discover what will happen if they select others choice. So maybe I can click retry.
You are Alex, a newly hired...
Okay, and then maybe this time I choose the second one. Click it.
Alex politely questioned the customer about the nature of the transactions and informed them of AML policies. But Mr. Carter appears uncomfortable and tries to avoid further discussion, this confirming suspicions.
Right, so this is another feedback, right? Another consequences if you choose to ask the customer. Okay, so it's partially correct. Okay, it's not totally wrong. Okay, and also not totally correct. Okay, you can ask the customer, but you also need to report the suspicious transaction. So in here, you can tell the learners like, well, you are not totally wrong. Okay, this is the reason why, because maybe there are certain things that you need to try to do it. Okay, now, so by using this kind, okay, you can consider to create one simple scenario, a heavy text, okay, PDF, turn into a video, and then using a video and then turn into a scenario to make the learners have the decision to choice whenever consequences or what are the action they want to do. Okay, and this is how we can enhance the Powtoon video with the Storyline 360. Okay, just by adding the interactivity, the branching scenario, then we can create the engaging and immersive learning experience. All right, so that's all for me. I will pass the floor back to Gilad. Okay, thank you so much again.
Thank you, Andy. And that's how Powtoon and Articulate 360 come together to create e-learning that is meaningful, memorable, and motivational. It's as simple as that. By combining engaging video content with interactive learning elements, we can make training more impactful and easier to digest. Now, before I open up the floor to questions, you'll be seeing a poll pop up on your screen just about now. Okay, so let's dive into your questions. First question I can see is of Powtoon. We saw different Powtoon styles. How do you decide whether to use whiteboard, motion graphics, or AI avatars in training content? Fantastic question. So it really depends on the learning objectives. Whiteboard animation is great for breaking down complex concepts or step-by-step instructions, whereas motion graphics and typography work well for corporate training, reinforcing key messages in a visual way. In terms of kind of AI avatars, these are used mainly to kind of personalize training or looking to make your video more engaging and potentially more accessible in multiple languages. Now, each style serves as a different purpose, and choosing the right one helps ensure the message resonates with your learners. Hope that answers your question. I see there's another question about Powtoon. So you showed examples of microlearning and scenario-based training. How do Powtoon videos fit into a blended learning approach? Brilliant question. So Powtoon videos work as pre-learning material, reinforcement content, or engagement boosters within a broader training program. So for example, before a live training, a short Powtoon video can introduce key concepts, or maybe after a workshop, a recap video can reinforce learning. Then in terms of our scenario-based video simulation, This can be embedded in an LMS alongside other interactive elements. So by integrating Powtoon with other learning methods, you create a more engaging and effective blended learning experience. Hope that is a sufficient answer there. Now, I see there are a few questions for you, Andy. You showcased branching scenarios in Storyline. How do you balance complexity while keeping learners engaged?
Thank you, Riley. So how do you keep the balance, or how to keep the balance complexity while keeping the learners engaged? Okay. So branching scenario actually is a powerful way to do the immersive learners, okay? Because it you create the scenario, create the story based on the real life conditions, okay? But again, this also can be to let the learners quickly become overwhelmed, okay? If the branching is not structured well, okay? So to balance complexity while keeping the learners engaged, there are certain maybe best practice you can follow. For example, the first one is starting with a clear learning objective, right? So maybe at first you can define the key decision learners, right, that the learners need to practice, okay? And then you, based on this key objective or learning objective, and then you can structure a scenario around this moment, okay, to avoid any unnecessary complexity, okay? After that, you can try to keep it, okay, in a three-step approach, okay? So instead of you create an endless branching, okay, into how many branch, okay, so try to limit your scenarios into a 3 simple state, or maybe 3 key decision point, okay, and then ensure that the choice has the meaningful and consequences, and without making the experience too long. Which means after I done decisions, I receive the consequences, and then I can immediately receive the feedback to tell me, okay, why I'm wrong or why I'm true, okay. And then, of course, the important that I just keep mentioning is the provide feedback lah. Okay, use the hint, or maybe you can use explanation, or maybe a video explanation to reinforce. Okay, or maybe you can guide the learners. Okay, without let them, how to say, get lost in the scenario. Okay, so by keeping a scenario focus, okay, structure and visually engaging. Okay, so you can create a immersive learning experience without overwhelming the learners lah. So I hope I answered the questions. Right?
Awesome. Thank you very much, Andy. That's a great answer. And I think we have time for one more question. Okay, how do you measure the impact of using video and interactive elements in e-learning?
Okay, how do we measure the impact of using video and interactive element in e-learning? Okay, let me think. So measuring the effectiveness of a video and interactive learning element is crucial. Okay, and then to make sure they give the big impact lah. So maybe you can perform in certain way to see how to measure it. Okay, the first thing, maybe you can, since we are using the LMS, okay, we are uploading our course into we are packaging, or we are publishing our course into a SCORM package, and then upload into the LMS. So by right, okay, in the LMS, it will generate a SCORM report for you. Okay, so in the SCORM report, you have the certain data that you can receive or you can analyze. For example, like the completion rates, okay, how many person or how many learners are complete the course, okay, and then time spent on activity, okay, or time spent on the learning. Okay, maybe these learners take 1 hour to finish this course, this learner takes half an hour, this learner takes 1.5 hours, okay, and then so gather this report, and then you can identify how was the impact, okay, for the learners. Maybe if the before this, if you are using a long text, very long text content only, the learners maybe took up 1 hour course, it took up around 2 hours to finish it, because like sometimes you lose focus and then it go out at the halfway and then continue. So maybe after using the interactive learning, you reduce until 1 hour, okay, fulfill the target that you want, which is 1 hour course, okay. And then next one, you also can test to measure the impact with using the knowledge check, knowledge retention, okay. So you can compare the quiz, okay. You can compare the quiz, the result quiz, that before you are applying the interactive element, and then after the interactive element. Not interactive, sorry, the video based and the interactive element. So you can compare the result, okay. Is it increasing? The people who pass are increasing, overall people are passing is increased or in drop, okay. And here you can see the difference already, okay. If the video and interactive elements are giving a good impact, which means the learners are paying attention on the courses, I believe they will doing well in the assessment or in the quiz lah. So that's why they got the higher score, okay. Of course, link with just now, the one that we talk about, the best practice, okay. Best practice, which is the gather the feedback, okay. So maybe you can consider to gather the learners' feedback, okay, to perform certain survey, to ask the learners how they are feeling, or how they are, what they are feel after they are joined, or after they've gone through this, what do you call the content, or the courses, okay. Like, is it a positive, or they say is this content is engaging, or is it motivational, or maybe this content is too taxi or too heavy, something like that, okay. So in here you can see the difference. Of course, last one is the performance improvement lah. Okay, you can monitor the learners, okay, how well are they, whether are they after attending the what do you call the courses that with video and interactive element, they will apply their skill, okay, from the course into their real life scenario, okay. So performance improvement, for example, if you are in a service sector or service industry, okay, you can see before you apply a video interactive element, how was the customer service rating, okay, maybe 4.5, something like that. After you apply this learning with video interactive, in this month you get the rating 5-star, something like that, okay. You can compare with the performance, right? So I hope I answered the questions, okay, right? So pass back to you, Gillette.
Okay, that is all we have time for today. If we didn't answer your question, we will follow up with you directly. That wraps up our sessions today. A huge thank you to you, Andy, for sharing your insights on Articulate 360. And thanks to all of you for joining us. We hope you've gained valuable ideas on how Powtoon and Articulate 360 can help you create more meaningful, memorable, and motivational e-learning experiences. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing the amazing learning experience you create. See you next time.